Yo, 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 what's good,
Yo,
everybody?
what's poppin'?
Back at it once again, man. It's the last day, last Sunday, Black History Month, 2021. We missing our brother. Be nice today. He had to take care of some business, get some stuff situated, but we gonna hold it down and do what we can
Yeah,
in his absence. So you got your boy ceexdawg and Outlaw here. We just
good with y'all.
had a good week celebrating the birthday, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was good. It was a dope day on Tuesday for real.
bro, let me tell y'all. Y'all not give me that junk ever again. I forgot all about the birthday recap. Man, let me tell you. Hold on, where is that? I know I still got the bottle. I probably threw it away. I had a fifth of Douce. And
Oh yeah,
that
I remember.
that bitch didn't make it to the end of the stream.
And you put a big old dent in that thing. I was like, hey, I know you said you had to make moves after the stream. I was like, hey, slow down.
Let me move, bro. Boy, I sat right out. Bro, I don't even think I made it to the bed. When I finished that bottle, I think Colberg, shout out to Colberg, the homie, he rated me. And I was like, fuck, man. I was like, I'm fried. This shorty she FaceTime me, and I was like, oh, man, I'm lit. And I was like, I'm up. I got like a couple more good games of Apex in me. And then I was mad because I tried to play on my Xbox. No, I tried to play Smash Brothers, and when I plugged up the game, it was showing my screen, but it wasn't showing on the stream.
Mm.
And then I fixed something, but it's only showed on the stream. It showed on my monitor. So I was like, man, you know what? Fuck it. We playing on PC today. And now me and Sammy pulled up, Vash pulled up, you pulled up. I just played Apex the rest of the time. I was just on PC. And then I fucked up on mouse and keyboard, so I found my cord from my controller. I had to play on controller because I was too lit to remember WASD. I was pushing ESDF. So my person
That's
was
the
using
worst.
ability and moving backwards and moving to the right. And I'm like, bro, I'm not moving forward. He was like, where your controller at? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I do have that. But I couldn't find the cord. Find the cord. But I have fun. I have fun. Appreciate everybody that showed love. I ain't streamed since then. As y'all can see, I'm in the sling now. I had a car accident. So, yeah, I haven't been on stream because I can only play the game for like an hour at a time before my arms start saying, hey, nigga, go sit down. Excuse my language, but that's like how I feel like my arm is talking to me. Like I'll be an hour into the game, and next thing you know, it's like boom, 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 boom. I'm like, oh shit. And then the meds don't work. So it's like the only med I know that work is green and it tastes great. But
Yeah, you gotta
but
take care of
yeah,
yourself first, man. Yeah, definitely sorry, that had to go down. But yeah, the Tuesday, for your birthday, that was definitely a good time. And
I had I had the big boy bottle. What you talking about, man? That 30. No, bro. I was like, and the crazy thing is, I was gonna have Hennessy XO, but they ain't had nothing at the store. So I was like, next best thing, do say. I could have got the Henny privilege, but I was like, I drink privilege every week for fight club. So I was like, let's do the do say. And then I got a fifth. I didn't think I was gonna drink the whole bottle, but everybody was taking shots with me. So I was y'all the real ones. I mean, I had a whole fifth to myself. I don't know what y'all was drinking, but I was drinking with y'all and without y'all. So I know I was like, I had a shot command. It got used twice. That's how you know I was drinking.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, we definitely had more of like a focused, serious talk with a guest we had lined up for today, but since Be Nice wasn't able to join us, we kind of just gonna keep it cool today, man, and just vibe out, do what we usually do, talk
Yeah,
about
me.
some of the
Your
stuff from this
season
past week.
combo. So.
Yeah. We we was talking about a little bit beforehand. We were waiting on my Flash guy to pull up, but they do the recording for the podcast on Sundays, so definitely make sure y'all checking out A Red and the Blue on Anchor. They're doing some real good stuff as far as pushing the soccer knowledge in the black community. It's a super dope podcast. I was just listening to the episode that Be Nice was on.
Yeah, it's fire. I like it.
Yeah, super dope, and definitely expecting him to pop up in here when he get once they get done recording, and even if B is able to pull up, that the door is completely open for that. But yeah, we just gonna kind of just talk about the news, the gaming, movie news from the week. WandaVision is a huge thing right now, so really just kind of
So
low.
We got some free flowing conversations for y'all today.
Yeah, nothing too serious.
The way me and C vibe is just like we talk about so much at one time, it just flow. It's just like, dang, remember this happened? Like, so y'all can expect. We got a list of stuff we talking about. Just expect us to talk about other stuff along with that.
Man.
Hey Keith, if you want to pull up, bro, the Discord is open. You're more than welcome to jump in and discuss some of the stuff with us.
Yeah.
Or you can just talk in chat. It don't even matter. But if anybody else got any topics or anything they want to discuss related to what we talking about, we just drop it in the chat. We scan through it, the comments, and we'll make sure we get everything we can talk about in. So
100%. But I know the big thing from this week, the Nintendo was the Nintendo Direct. Was that last week or was that this week? No,
the Direct was last week.
And
then
we had
Pokemon Direct.
The Pokemon Direct we had this week, and it was also the Pokemon in Japan 25-year anniversary. 25. So that's 25. That's a huge milestone, man. It's crazy,
bro.
Pokemon.
I'm 29. I'm older than Pokemon.
Pokemon is 25 years old, and that is crazy. Hey, shout out to Tani for the 2 gifted subs. Hope you're doing good this Sunday. Thanks so much for that support. But we just in here. We just trying to get to talking about, and shout out to y'all for those subs. Sammy Jack, Elevation. Hopefully y'all can pop in here. But yeah, man, Pokemon Direct. So I know I didn't even watch it live, but once I saw the Pokemon Legends, I was just happy. I was just beyond happy to see that. Cause I know people are complaining so much about Sword and Shield.
This week too, we got it pulled up, so we're gonna be watching the Pokemon Legends and the Diamond and Pearl video trailers. So but like Pokemon Legends, that's man. I feel like we should talk about it after we watch the trailer.
Yeah, you can run the trailer. You can run the trailer real quick. I'll probably do they do a lot of talking in it? It's only 2 minutes.
Actually, I don't even think it was any talking.
But we can kind of just play it and talk about it as it's playing.
This is a tale from
it's just this little simple joint. We could talk while it's playing, though. I'm sure everybody pretty much seen it, so we could talk while it's playing.
I know you was mentioning those old school style Pokeballs.
Man, the wooden Pokeballs, right? You can't tell me they ain't cold, man. Like, just the style, like the art style. I love stuff like this, like the ancient Japanese, like the art, like the paint strokes and stuff like that. That was one reason I loved Batman Ninja, because of that art style. And to see that they had it in this, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be fire. Like, I feel like Sword and Shield should have looked like this, honestly. Man. But I think it fits this because it being in the past and ancient and kind of ancient Japanese, so it fits perfectly for the style. And I love the open world aspect of catching the Pokemon. I've been talking about that since what was it? Like Pokemon Coliseum, where they had the snag balls.
It looks dope though, and like you said, I wish Sword and Shield would have been like this, but I feel like Sword and Shield was a new Switch Pokemon to keep it kind of classic, but the test run
For this
the wild
world.
area, because the wild
Wild-
area was like a test. I feel like it was like a trial run for what they got
Bigger.
going on right here.
Yeah. My only thing with Legends and it's good that they picked Sinnoh because of the legendary Pokemon. Because if anybody know, Arceus like he's like the beginning of all. So it's like I'm trying to see like I know that they're gonna have some type of story in it. So just and I think that's it for this trailer. Honestly, is it?
Early
Yeah.
2022 though. That's a good
So-
look. That's a good look.
Yeah, it's just the fact that we're gonna be able to get the just a story or a glimpse of how the life was in this time, like before Pokemon became like such a spectacle, like before Master Balls and Great Balls and stuff like that. Like the one in Pokemon, like that's old tech. Like remember what was the one Pokemon movie that they had the Pokeballs where they wound it was a wind up toy. I think it was the Sailor Bee movie. I want to say it was the Sailor.
I don't even think I get to see that one.
Really?
That was one of the ones I missed.
You had this Pokeball and you had to like wind it up at the top before you threw it, and then when you caught it, it would like wind and then the steam would release, and that's what these Pokeballs remind me of.
Yeah, like you said, the art style looks dope, and if it's like seamless, like I understand you go into the battle, you get your little pop up menu for your turn base, that's cool. But if it's like you straight up catching Pokemon, you diving through the tall grass, they put towns, cities, side quests.
Yeah.
I feel like they got a good thing. I feel like that what they showed us was just like super brief, like
I was just
here's what we working on.
Because you got to think about it, like in it, when were gyms really like a focus? Because like, are we gonna get gym battles? Because remember, gyms kind of was like a recent thing, kind of like just from what we know in Pokemon. Like it was like, okay, now we got gym leaders. Like battles are a sport now.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's like this ancient time when like Pokemon are like just being found out, they Sinnoh region don't probably know too much about Kanto or Johto or like what's going on in other regions. Like you got Unova and all them, like the whole different regions. So it's like, what route are they going to take, or how is the story going to play out? And knowing what we know about was Arceus, like knowing what we know about that Pokemon, that it's the legend, like it's supposed to be like the beginning of all, like everything starting out, and how is that going to connect to Diamond and Pearl, which was the Sinnoh region, and how it progressed. And we see, like you even see, like in the trailer, like they had Cyndaquil, Rowlet, and what was it Piplup? No, it was Oshawott. Like those are all starters from different regions. So we're not getting Piplup. That was from Sinnoh region. Piplup. What was the other one?
Cyndaquil was that was gold.
Cyndaquil was too. That was gold and silver.
Yeah.
So it was like all. And I think Oshawott might have been in black and white, because that's the one with the shell, and he turned the bear. He like an otter or a bear or some shit. But like just knowing that, just seeing that, we're probably going to get a whole bunch of like origins from these different Pokemon. Some Pokemon probably weren't even around, like, to be honest. So it's like, what Pokemon will we see? How much of the towns from the Sinnoh that we know from Diamond and Pearl, which we gonna watch next, because we have that as well, that was announced. So it's like, how are they gonna play this story? What are they gonna do? Like, are they gonna try to make something original or new, or are they gonna tap into some of the lore that you found in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl? Pokemon is always good for that hidden lore when you go into the different buildings and talk to the different people in towns, and they tell you like, oh yeah, back in the day when I was a youngin' and all that stuff, like we did such and such. And I remember it was I want to say it was Diamond and Pearl. I played Platinum, so I can't say if it was in Diamond and Pearl. But in Platinum, there was a guy who talked about like the old Pokeballs. He was like, yeah, the Pokeballs we used were a lot different from the ones you guys got today, because we got Master Balls, which was a prototype back in Red and Blue. So the Master Ball wasn't never a thing. Like that was just something that was created later down. So it's like they didn't have Master Balls. Shit, I can't even say they didn't have Master Balls. Maybe they had something that was considered a Master Ball back then. But Great Balls and Ultra Balls and the what is the net ball and all these different types of Pokeballs that they got, that doesn't exist. Like all those things is like new. They were revolutionized for the certain type of Pokemon that were discovered. Because even in Pokemon itself, like your main mission outside of like being the best trainer and winning your gym battles was to fill up the Pokédex, because they don't know about the Pokemon. Because remember, it was the unknowns. Those were Pokemon that nobody knew about.
Right.
And it was from A to Z. It was like it's so much that you don't know about Pokemon, and the fact that we get to go back to like the start, and not even the start, but we get to go back further than where we started from when we played.
Yeah.
Like we're not going to the times like when the Bullet Train was around, because I think the Bullet Train was started from Kanto region, so you can get from Kanto to Johto. And that was one reason why you had the two regions in gold, which is, I agree with you on that, Keys. Gold and Silver is probably my favorite. It's my favorite Pokemon game. My favorite gen is Gen 4, which is Diamond and Pearl, because that whole Pokemon, that was fire. You had the underground where you had like you can go in there with your friends and do different that was just fire. Like that was lit. I can't even knock Gen 4. But the thing I'm looking more forward to is how the open world aspect is going to play into the game, and how the mechanics are going to work. Because I think they showed even some of the gameplay, like when you battle, like the little the turn, like the skill sets will pop up, pop up like normal, but you're in this open world environment. And me, back when I was a kid, I used to watch Pokemon, and I was like, man, if they ever make a Pokemon where I could just walk around and throw the Pokeball, or my Pokemon could just dodge and I could watch it, they'd be like, dive in the water. Like,
it's honestly, this right here is really the Pokemon game that we always wanted. And the other hand of this is what you have for me personally, the Pokken tournament, how it's a straight up Pokemon fighting game. That those are like the two Pokemon games of my dreams. This right here, open world, and straight up Pokemon battle where you play as the Pokemon. Man, it's a good time to be a Pokemon fan.
I feel like Pokken tournament had the battle aspect down pat, because you got to see how like you move. You seen how like the Pokemon move like in the battle. Like they were more free to battle. Like they didn't just stand there that turn based, sit there, get attacked. Might miss, you might not. Like it was more you actually battling. And that was
look at the anime, they not just standing there just taking the hits. It's like, no, use this move. All right, use this move, and it's like dynamic, like they moving around the arena. And that's like, I hope the Pokemon battles are like somewhat dynamic, but we'll see. Like this gonna be one that we have to keep an eye on, because I know they're not gonna give us a lot of details throughout this year.
You probably won't see nothing until maybe after Diamond and Pearl drop.
Right.
So it's like, I feel like and like you said, the more dynamic battle situations, I feel like I don't have a problem with turn based, and I know RPGs, traditionally, that turn based thing and the stats and getting all that stuff. Like I feel like they're going to get back more focused with that, because in Sword and Shield, I didn't feel like the stat building and all that stuff really was an important portion of the game, because it was so easy to get it. Like you can get all these experience candies and all this food and different things that boosted your stats. Like I didn't feel like when I was playing Gold, or like even Red and Blue, like, or like what is it, Diamond and Pearl. You had Emerald, and then Ruby and Sapphire. Like when you played those, you really had to go like get some money, go buy some candies, get your special defense up, because if you didn't, you was gonna die to a solar beam. And it's like you really had to put time and effort into really training. When I played Sword and Shield, I don't feel like I trained that much. Like I blew through the game. I didn't really have no villains throughout the game, so like I missed Team Magma and Diamond. Speaking of Diamond and Pearl, Team Galactic. That's probably one of my favorite villains in the Pokemon like series. Because Team Aqua and Team Magma, they were cool, but it was the typical, the let's get this legendary. We fuck Aqua, fuck Magma. Like we're gonna get Crawdon. We're gonna get Crawdon. We're gonna destroy you. Oh, we're gonna destroy you. Then you got a random kid that just became a Pokemon trader with level 70 Pokemon taking all y'all out. But Team Galactic, they was no straight trash. They were, bruh, best villains in honestly probably any generation. Because the first 2 games you had just Team Rocket, like you were still fighting Team Rocket. So it's like I love like we're getting Team Galactic back. I love that. We're gonna watch that trailer next because we're about to talk about it. But
yeah, we definitely
as far as legends, the art style I think is gonna be dope. I'm not too sure about the battle style. I think it's gonna be still like that traditional turn based, but I feel like it's just gonna have a different visual outlook on it because in a more open area. So the fact that you can throw the Pokeball without even being in battle from what it looked like, you can just sneak up on a Pokemon and see if you can catch it. Like a lot of Pokemon you just ran into randomly, you threw a Pokeball and you caught them. So it makes sense. Like that's what Ash do. He run out, he'd be like, let's see if I get him.
early on, I got a couple of things I want in the game. I wanted to be able to customize my trainer, like the same way you do on Sword and Shield. Be able to customize
I don't think they're
them.
taking away. I don't think they're gonna take that because they kind of start bringing that to more recent Pokemon. So it's like, that's a thing now.
I want to see what they're gonna do as far as multiplayer, because I don't need it to be just straight up, open world everything multiplayer, because Pokemon has always had some level of battling other your friends and that. So I want to see that come back in some shape or form. And outside of that, I don't want to put too much pressure, I don't want to put too much expectations on it. I just want the people that's making the Pokemon game I want them to make the Pokemon game that they want to make. Because I be seeing like the fans complaining about Sword and Shield and how it's not good. But Sword and Shield sold like crazy. Like if you look at the numbers, it's like
people complain about Sword and Shield and still bought Sword and Shield.
It sold like crazy.
And didn't even buy like one of them. They bought both of them. So it's like you can't really complain if it still ended up buying both of them. Like
it was like the top selling game for like 3 months after it came out. So it's like come on. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Pokemon, I'm just happy that Pokemon is really, going as strong as it is right now, because it's good. Like, this whole prequel story, they building the Pokemon universe with this whole thing. So
when you think about it, Sword and Shield brought a whole new generation of like Pokemon trainers. I'm gonna call everybody to play Pokemon, y'all Pokemon trainers, because we've been playing Pokemon since Red and Blue, and we thought we was goated. Like, what? I remember when the first time I got the first 150 Pokemon, bro, and I unlocked Mew. It was a Game Shark. I unlocked Mew, and I had 151, and I was like, let's go. I was like, I finished the Pokédex. Never finished the Pokédex since then.
and me, the only reason why I didn't finish it is because you had to like get the Pokemon from the other games, and I had blue version. My brother had red, and he wasn't like grinding like I
green
was. Shit. So I couldn't really do it.
It's funny you said that, Keith. But yeah, like I had red and blue because I was the oldest out of my siblings. So like when I got my Game Boy Pocket, my mom they thought it was 2 different games. I was like, I want Pokemon. They just thought it was 2 different games, so they got me red and blue. I mean, they the same, but they different because the Pokemon that's available and shit like that. But I had the link cable. They had 2 Game Boys though, but I had a link cable. So I remember the first one I beat was blue version because I liked Blastoise, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna play red version next because that's my favorite color, and I'm gonna save it for last. And I played red version, and then I think red version is the only one I still got. Blue version got stolen, but then like I feel like the way our Pokemon was versus how Sword and Shield was, like the new kids and stuff like that, it's a lot simpler, but it is also adapted to how this generation perceives a lot of things, like a lot of games, and like they take in a lot of things. So for us, it seemed like it's simple and whatnot. Like, but to a kid, like we was playing Pokemon at like 7 and 8. Like,
Yeah,
I
definitely
went back and played Pokemon, bro. Like, low key, outside of like just the battle, that stuff was hard, bro. You know how many times I died before I even got to an actual gym leader? Like,
going
you know,
going in the caves. I used to always hate the cave missions.
especially when you have to find Flash. Oh
Yeah,
my god,
I used to hate going in the caves, and I had when I was a kid, I used to get like I used to ask for the strategy guides just because I like wanted to know everything that was in the game. I had the strategy guide for yellow. When I got yellow version, I got the strategy guide, and I used to be like low key cheating because I'm like, bro, this cave is like I just had the map, and I was just walking around finding stuff like all them
I've never
Zubats.
had a yellow version. Um, oh my dad, his girlfriend, her son had yellow version. I used to play his, and he had the surfing Pikachu and all that stuff. And I was like, well, yellow version way better than red and blue, bro.
Oh
I
yeah.
need it. I never got it.
And
But
it was just red and blue, but for the Game Boy Color,
the
and it
crazy thing
had
is,
Pikachu follow you.
I want to say blue version was just just the American version. Because in Japan they had the green version. It was red and green, and that's why when they came out with the remakes to Fire Red and Leaf Green, they didn't come out with a blue remake because they had green version. So it's like,
Yeah.
what you do? Like blue version, we talk about blue version a lot, but green version, I had a friend from Japan. He stayed around the corner from me, and he had the green version, and then and it was crazy because when we started playing yellow version, he had gold and silver. And I was like,
Yeah. I used to get
"Is this
everything early.
Pokemon?" He was like, "Yeah, this is the new Pokemon." I was like, "New Pokemon? I just got yellow version. What you mean? Like, it didn't even buy yellow version. Like, I just got yellow version. Like, this just came out. How you get a new one?" I was like, "I ain't never seen this before." And his was all Japanese. And I remember we sat there playing it, and I was playing like I could read the shit. I couldn't read none of it. I'm like, "This is
It
fun."
used to be
I'm like,
crazy how early Japan used to get stuff before North America. It used to be like a year and a half wait to get stuff. Like the same way now, nowadays, the anime and stuff, it's like yeah, it's like right there. But it was like the anime came like when Dragon Ball Z came on TV, it was old. Like it was dirt old by the time we was watching the
they
Boo
was
saga.
they was watching that like early '90s,
You
like
know,
late '80s.
it was
So
dirt old.
when that's why I looked the way it looked. It was old.
It
Like,
did, and it looked dated. Like when Boo Saga came out, you was like some of these episodes look kind of
but
like
you know, it's
80s.
crazy. Remember, we used to see this. I told y'all we started talking about stuff, and we started this how me and C. But I remember when the beginning of the Android saga started, and they started having like the Future Trunks movie and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I remember vividly my cousin had the Japanese like tapes of the Buu saga, and I remember watching it. Like I watched the whole Buu saga before Cell even was destroyed, and I was like, "What? That's Gohan?" I was like, "He grown," and I was like, "Goku dead?" And I was like, "I can't wait to see how Goku died," because last time he died was Raditz. Like,
Right.
so I was like, "Dang, like that's crazy." What's good with you, Bird?
Yeah. Shout out to Goldberg, the Pokemon goat out here.
We just talked about you too.
Yeah,
That's
we've been in
crazy.
here chopping up about Pokemon, man. I know y'all excited for the new games coming
I
up.
know Pokemon ready.
Yeah. But people been asking for that Diamond and Pearl remake for shoot. I feel like it's been
I want to
about
say,
4 years they've been asking for it since Switch came out.
personally, feel like we should have got. I'm actually glad we waited because of the way things move. But I really wanted the Diamond and Pearl remake after we got the Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Because I was like, okay, yeah, we got Heart Gold, Soul Silver, we remade that, and I was like, Diamond and Pearl was lit. But I think it came out like Heart Gold and Soul Silver probably came out around the same time as Diamond and Pearl, or like that generation of not generation of Pokemon, but that era of Pokemon when it was on DS. So it's like, you don't really need it. So I understand why it wasn't really like a push because Diamond and Pearl was relatively still kind of knew you only had black and white right after that, so it wasn't like you needed it. So I understand why they didn't have it as early, but when they remade the Heart Gold and Soul Silver, that was good enough. And then everybody was like, "Dang, they need to remake Ruby and Sapphire." Then you got the Omega Ruby and the Alpha Set, the Alpha whatever, however they named it. And I was like, "Bet." So that means we about to get the Diamond and Pearl. Like you can't go that many generations and not remake Diamond and Pearl, because that was like hands down probably one of the best ones. Like, in Pokemon, shit was lit. Like the map was amazing. It was just amazing.
Let's take a pause right quick. We got a boy, my Flash guy, in the building. We was just giving everybody a rundown on the Pokemon news, and we was telling everybody that you would definitely pop in here once y'all got y'all's show recorded for today. So yeah, hope you're doing good, man. Let us know. I know me and you was talking about it a little bit yesterday, but what you thinking about these Pokemon games?
Yeah, see, because we were talking about I stopped at the Ruby and Sapphire. That's the last ones. Like I played a little bit of the Pearl. I played a little bit of Pearl. I played a little bit of Diamond and Pearl, but like the last ones I played, like I was actually into it was Ruby and Sapphire, and I kind of fell off after that because I wasn't a big fan of Ruby and Sapphire. So I was like, well, I don't got the same energy now moving forward. So like I am excited to see Diamond and Pearl redone because now I can go play it and I think it'll look good and I get the experience of playing it now for the first time, and it'll be much better than it would have looked had I played it when it first originally came out. But yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of Ruby and Sapphire, so I just kind of was like, nah.
You know what's crazy? Ruby and Sapphire, I didn't play Ruby and Sapphire. I remember when it came out, my cousin had it. He had Sapphire, and I played just the beginning part. I was like, okay, it's pretty decent. You get running shoes now. I can run. Like, that was cold. But then I played, when I actually got to play it, I played Emerald. So I had a full game, basically. So when I played it and going through it, I was like, okay, like I like the region, I like the Pokemon. It's kind of creative. And you could tell like it looked different from Gold and Silver. But when I played Diamond and Pearl, like the detail that they put into everything, like you could see the Pokemon Center sign, you could see the Pokemart sign. Like you seen the gyms wasn't just a little square, like the long square buildings. Like you've seen houses, and then you've seen the gym. Like the gyms were like the big rectangles, and they had gym on the front. They started giving them more detail. I was like, oh yeah, this one's fire.
What gen was Crystal? Was that the third game of Ruby and Sapphire?
Yeah,
no, that was Gold and Silver.
No, Crystal was Gold and Silver.
Okay.
Yeah, Gold, Silver,
okay.
Crystal.
It was like
then it was Ruby, Silver. Yeah, Ruby, Silver,
Silver.
Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald.
Yeah, then it was
the ones that went together.
Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum.
Yeah.
And I think they stopped after that because Black and White just came out with I think that was like one of the first. Actually, that's the only one with a sequel because it was Black and White, and it was Black and White 2 that took place like after Black and White. So it's like they had all these
Y, right? Then it wasn't in the X and Y.
I think X and Y might have been after Black and White. I can't remember the order, but I know X and Y was like
DS, man. I wish I would have got it
to
play the Pokemon games, but I never had a DS.
I played the ROMs because I didn't have a DS, so I couldn't play them. So unfortunately, I wish I did because I heard like the multiplayer was fire like back then, and that's another thing. But I'm about to turn on the Diamond and Pearl jump right real quick.
I know a lot of people was happy that they stuck with the chibi style Pokemon.
I was excited that they did because I didn't want them like basically remaking and make it look like Sword and Shield.
Right.
Like they would have been cool, but I didn't want that. 07, bro. I was a sophomore in high school. I wasn't even thinking about playing DS.
07, I was a senior in high school.
You know, when I played Diamond and Pearl, I played Platinum my freshman year at college because I didn't have a DS. I was playing 360. I was playing Gears of War, Halo, and Call of Duty.
Yeah, 07. Well, yeah, that's the year I bought Gears, my 360, 07.
But like,
got the Switch in the corner.
And the fact that they updated that, because remember back then they had the was it the I want to say it was a GameCube or a Wii in the corner. It was one of those systems.
I'm pretty sure it was a GameCube.
GameCube.
I'm pretty sure it was a GameCube.
Probably
So
was.
they look
Or
like
Wii.
Sword and
Might have
Shield
been
when
the
you
Wii.
go inside the battles. Is that what it is? They had like the art style of Sword and Shield inside the battle, like that.
I guess, yeah. So you get like the newer battle system. That's what it looked like.
The animations look sweet.
But I ain't gonna hold you. If they had the battle system that was like kind of how what was it called in Final Fantasy?
Brilliant diamond and shining pearl.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be fire, and they come out this year.
Yeah, and we got it in 2021, so it's like everything that they showed at that last Nintendo Direct. I know, they had Splatoon 3. They had, Bravely Default dropped. But this the Pokemon Diamond Pearl 2021, that's huge. Like that was a huge drop for Nintendo and Pokemon. So definitely looking forward to both of them.
Yeah, I with the battle system for like the legends, like we were talking about, like that turn based, I feel like if it would have been to make it feel more dynamic, if it was like how when Final Fantasy tried to change their battle system, not the where you fully control it, but it was like more of the kind. I forgot what it was called, but it was in Final Fantasy. Was it 13? It had lightning, whatever. I think it was like 13. And then 13 too. It might have been 13. I think it was 13 because 11 was something else. And then you had 10, the 10 to 11. Yeah, it was 13 because I was in college playing it. So yeah, they had like that system where it was like turn based, but it was still like a free movement kind of. Yeah. Like I feel like if Pokemon ever had like that system and worked out that system, it'd be more closely related to the actual like that free movement type of battle system that like we were talking about just a second ago. And I think that there will put Pokemon on a whole nother level alone.
Hey, shout out to the homie Ron, the Black Mario in the building. Yeah, we in here just talking about some Nintendo stuff, man. Some Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. I know you probably saw saw that trailer. You definitely I don't know if you got to play it the first time around, but yeah, we all gonna be on that. We all gonna be on that one.
But I was talking to Blue the other day, Blue Satire, and we were talking about how in Diamond and Pearl, like it was a completely different realm of Pokemon. Cause like you remember in I think it Ruby and Sapphire where they started introducing like the pageants and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And in Diamond and Pearl, it was like extended, like it was like talent shows, like it was like dressing and like it's a whole different form of content, and I think it's really good. Like Blue was saying, like it's really good for like the content creators who like Pokemon. Like you have more stuff you can do. Like you have the beauty pageants, and then the ribbons and stuff. Like you have badges. Like it's so much more content that you can do, and so much more that is available to you in Diamond and Pearl. Like I feel like a lot of people are going to be playing it a lot, like that stream or have YouTube, and like it's just going to bring a lot more communities together to be able to do that type of stuff, especially with the underground and like the multiplayer aspect of it and all that. Because remember, DS was probably like the era when like the wireless connections and Wi-Fi and stuff was starting to pop. So you were able to battle without that link cable. You was able to link up with your friends on Nintendo. Like it was a whole different vibe. And the fact that it's coming to Switch with the new era and bringing back some of the stuff that we loved, it's going to be a lot different, and it's just going to be better because more people are going to be able to play it. Because I didn't play it on DS, so by the time I did play it, wasn't nobody playing it on DS, so it wasn't like I could link up with people. And like the fact that I know a lot, hella people that got Switches, hella people that like Pokemon, it's like now we can all link. Like it don't matter where we are, what time it is. Like, hey, trying to meet up in the like we can battle, we can team up. It's just so much you could do, and I just missed it. I'm just excited. I'm really excited about it, and we get it this year, so it's not like we got too much time to wait for it. And then Legends is going to be right around it.
Christmas.
Have you ever done anything in Pokemon like where it's a calendar and you have like seasons or anything like that? Kind of like I'm thinking if
Come on, where seasons change.
yeah, if
I don't think they
was
had
to
it
do
where
like
seasons change. They did have a day-night cycle,
mhm.
and then certain areas in the region have seasons. So like you'll go in the snow area, you can run into a blizzard. Diamond and Pearl, perfect example. They had the area where it was sandstorms and stuff. You needed a Pokemon that knew sandstorms so that you can even walk through it. Then you had like the blizzard area, so you need a Pokemon that can help you walk through the blizzard. Like it was like stuff like that, but it was never where it was like, oh, it's March, so it's about to be snowing everywhere.
I feel like that started in Ruby and Sapphire, because I feel like they did that for the
I think it did.
That rock Pokemon you had to get in the sandstorm, and that's one of the reasons I didn't like fucking Ruby and Sapphire. Yeah. I hated those fucking 4 rock Pokemon you had to go get, because you had to go all different elements.
Reggie Rock, Reggie Ice, and
them dumbass stupid Pokemon. Reggie Rock, Reggie Ice, Reggie.
Yeah, I had to get through that ice store for Reggie Ice.
Steel. I'm like, this is the dumbest Pokemon, and they all. And then the names, it was just the names. Like, like you put no real effort in this.
And I hate this game, bro. Why y'all making me
stupid?
I don't even want these Pokemon.
I don't even want this fucking. That's what I say. I was like, I'm gonna sit in my box. I'm just gonna sit in my my box. I'm not even gonna use them.
See, and in Emerald, I didn't even go catch them. I played the game. I seen all the the other legendaries, and they had me focus on Rayquaza.
Rayquaza, yeah.
I was like, yeah, we get him. Yep, a green dragon. We here.
Yeah,
I got to the top. I got to the top of those pillars. I was like, bet. We beat all the other legendaries.
I'm with it.
I was not wasting the Master Ball on them motherfuckers.
Nope.
Rayquaza, I'm not even about to fight you. You about to get caught right
here off the strength of this Master Ball. I'm 100% health. I'm gonna catch you, and then you're going into a battle literally as soon as I turn around.
Next fight, because as soon as you
I emptied a slot, so you don't even go to the box. You go straight to my pocket.
Go straight here.
Yeah. But
I went into that fight with 5 Pokemon knowing I wasn't gonna fight. You're taking up this 6th slot tonight.
Weak ass Pokemon. They be like, why you only got level 10 Pokemon? Because I'm not
fighting them.
I'm training on the way up there just to get extra XP points for my party. Like, I'm not gonna fight nothing when I get up there. It ain't even that serious.
You think I'm fighting? But the hope, if I do have to fight, he going to sleep.
Straight to sleep. I'm singing straight to him. First attack.
But Hypnosis, something happening. Hypnosis, we gonna throw a Dream Eater in there. Might do a Confuse Ray if he get confused, and then I work perfectly fine because he ain't gonna hit me.
Nope.
But yeah,
it's good that they got it. Yeah, it's some real good stuff coming from them, and they really. I feel like of all the celebrations that we done got for all these anniversaries, Pokemon kind of did the most. Like, they had new game announcements. They had like a whole event. I don't know if y'all saw like that little online concert they was doing yesterday. Yeah. They kind of like went all out for the anniversary, and it's like, Zelda.
Post Malone dropped a new song,
right?
Post Malone hosted the little concert.
Mario anniversary done went by. Zelda anniversary went by, and it's like all these, we got this nice new Switch. You got, all these announcements and stuff that you can do. DLC.
I think they waiting for Zelda though.
Yeah, it's gonna be I feel like that's gonna be like
gonna be like a summer thing.
Yeah.
They gave us like the little hints on everything that we was gonna get, because I think Skyward Sword dropping close to summer.
July.
July.
So before
I think around that time we probably go get some more Zelda news, because I was really expecting a lot of Zelda news, honestly. Then they hit us with we'll give you more Breath of the Wild 2 later this year. Like, bitch.
We know y'all waiting for it, but we ain't got it. So stop asking.
Come on, man. You could have showed me the trailer again. I would have been geeked all over again, bro. Like
a new camera angle on that trailer, I would have been happy. But
I would have been ecstatic. You could have showed me Link's outfit for that game or something. Like, like I know they gonna be the champions tunic again. Like you got to come harder than that, bro. Like, but
so,
hey, I'm excited about it all.
Yeah,
I'm ready for whatever news Nintendo got in the future days coming. I'm glad that they gave us the Pokemon stuff because I really wasn't expecting no Legends because that kind of opened up a whole new series of Pokemon. Like, so it's like you got the regular base Pokemon games, and now you got the Legends. So it's like, is this gonna be the only Legends game, or are y'all gonna go into more details of Pokemon history? Because me and Blue, we were talking about it again. We were talking about how is it gonna do like one with the Johto region, because that's kind of an ancient region too. And remember back in the times when they were worshiping was Lugia and Ho-Oh.
Yeah.
And then the creation of the legendary dogs, like that could be a whole nother Legends game. And Johto was lit.
Sick. That would be sick. Yeah, the legendary dogs are my favorite. Of like all the rare.
Again, the second generation, because they gave me the day-night cycle. And you had Pokemon that showed up in the daytime, and you had nocturnal Pokemon.
Yep.
So it was that game was just fire.
That was the best. Yeah.
And I had 16 badges. Anytime you give me 16
badges, I can do two rotations. As
soon as I finished Johto, they was like, "Oh, the bullet train's open. You can go to Kanto now." I was like, "What?
Yeah,
what? I can
go where?"
That was
so good. I was like, "Misty, you about to get beat on, Brock. I hope you still there. You get beat on. Lieutenant Surge got worked.
Beat on. Oh, I hated Lieutenant Surge. So MAGA ass motherfucker.
What was the
King MAGA?
What was the Magma leader?
Dr. Fucking.
No, it was whatever.
Dr. Magma? Isn't his name just Dr. Magma? Or is Magma
something?
Was Dr.
Magma. It was I think it was Blaze or something.
That's what Keith was talking about earlier. He said it was the unknown legendary, and Lieutenant.
It was in Pokemansion, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. Good times. Yeah, I'm about to play Gold and Silver again.
Facts.
Yeah, I think it's pretty.
I got the emulator still on my computer.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get hard because I love the remake of that because they let your Pokemon walk on whatever wasn't the first one in your party. It walked outside of the Pokeball with you.
Oh, that's dope.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was fire because I've been wanting that back in Pokemon since the yellow version.
Yeah, that was the yellow version thing.
Whatever built a relationship with the Pokemon, so like certain stats got it. Like that shit was dope, man. What? I remember I used to talk to that Pikachu. He'd be mad at me sometimes. I'd be like, "What you want, man?
What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
It wasn't my fault.
I gave you treats. I gave you everything you needed."
Yeah, I think it's safe to say Pokemon is here to stay. Like 25 years and going this strong, man. We gonna be talking about Pokemon. 10 years I love Pokemon. You know, our kids gonna be playing Pokemon from the looks of it.
Facts. Playing our version of Pokemon.
True. The ones that got kids like Goldberg son, like
Goldberg son's on it now, so it's a beautiful thing.
He was like, "Well, I don't know what that Pokemon is in the middle." He was like, "That's Rowlet." Like, okay,
okay, cool.
You know more about Pokemon than I do, so I guess that's who it is.
My nephew be like that too. Like, I don't know nothing about Pokemon compared to him, so I'm just, I'm just a Pokemon fan, just by default, because it was one of the shows, like the anime. That's like one of my first anime shows for real. Pokemon. If we being real.
Okay.
I didn't really think of it as anime, as it was just Pokemon, but
back then, but
I was waking up 6 o'clock in the morning.
I was watching that before school every day.
6 a.m.
Religiously.
I'll take my shower. I'll be waiting for everybody else in the house to get ready because I was the oldest, and I'll be waiting for my little sisters, waiting for my mom to take us all to school. I'll be in the living room. I want to be the
very best.
You talking about every morning?
All the Pokemon raps.
Yep.
But the Pokemon raps, bro. That's how I learned all the Pokemon.
Your whole day was made off of Yeah, that joke will make your whole day, bro.
Yeah, Pokemon's that shit. Yeah.
I remember when they started the season with Tracy and he had the mirror and it was like the Orange Islands.
Oh.
So the gym battles no more. He was doing like the little mini game to get badges.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, what? I was like, dang, they got rid of Brock, Bronny, and Tracy. Tracy was
Yep.
cold because he was an artist. He had the headband. He had a mural that didn't want to go in the Pokeball. I was like, yeah, out here. And then Ash, I think, had the Lapras.
Yep.
That man, what? Take us
That
back.
Lapras was heat. That Lapras was heat.
Lapras still heat.
To this day, one of the best.
Man, take us back.
We got a
We not-
we got a good group here though, as far as you know, I know us, us three be on the WandaVision pretty heavy. So I don't know how y'all feel about talking about that last episode just a little bit.
That's next on our list that we was talking about. Perfect tie-in. We're about to talk about this MCU, this WandaVision. We got the Spider-Man name reveal that popped up randomly, and I love how they did the reveal because like he always does spoil it.
Like it was perfect for them to use the cast they had, those two, to kind of do the whole to drop it off and start it off. Because he has a bad habit of not being able to keep shit to himself. So might as well let him play it up.
Was it Far From Home? I think he spoiled that one because he was like, that was the one when they went to Paris, wasn't it, or London? But that one that's the prime example because he most definitely spoiled that one because I think he like tweeted about it or put it on Instagram.
Picture, the poster. He put the poster on Instagram. And said on the back, do not.
It magically got deleted. It was like, do not share. It was like, oh. But yeah, what is it? No Way Home?
No Way Home.
I think
it's supposed to come out this year too, at Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
So since we talking about it, we talking about this WandaVision. You can't talk about that title without WandaVision. I personally feel like because of what's going on in WandaVision. So it's like, I mean, we ain't gonna spoil it, but we gonna talk about
Han. I think it's like because me and Steve were talking about this the other night. I think it's doing a very good job of providing backstory and context to a lot of things that we didn't have before from some of the past movies. And I think it did a really good job of giving Wanda lots more origin. Yeah, just figuring out where she came from, how her story started. But yeah, in terms of kind of shifting gears, going into what's next, the next phase of what's happening with MCU, claps.
It's about to turn up.
Yeah,
that's all I know.
Real.
And I don't think they about that. I don't think, honestly, if I'm being honest on my end, I feel like this whole next phase of MCU that's about to happen is about to blow everything we've seen out the water. Just because it's starting to be to the point where it's more than just this Infinity Stone shit. Like it's getting deep, and like they're having real consequences and real like things that's happening. Like I think it all goes back to what was it? Infinity War, when when Doctor Strange said that seen all the little with the time stone, he's seen all the possibilities for them to survive. And I think in every one of the possibilities, there was only one possibility where that rat was gonna run across that dashboard and open up that portal. Because you're telling me out of every one of the possibilities, it wasn't gonna be no rat in no abandoned truck. That's crazy. Like
Ant-Man really came back and saved the day for real.
Saved everything. That's crazy.
Saved everything. Like, and it's just because like I think it's wild to consider, like, again, not to try to spoil anything, but you got to take into context. Everyone is back from the snap, right? So like there are just in terms of trying to come to grips with all the changing landscapes of new people,
Yeah,
new powers, new genetics, new what's the consequences of these people being gone, like just real life consequences outside of superhero
because they
based
weren't gone for
consequences.
like a minute. They were gone
Yeah,
for
they were gone for
years.
years. So
And they
like
touched on it for like a split second
that's it.
on
And that,
Spider-Man Far From Home
yeah,
when
It
the people came
yeah.
back, but they didn't really like you said, the implications of that. And I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate that part on WandaVision where Monica came back and it's like you come back to the hospital where you got snapped away. You think your
Yep.
mom's still there? It was like, nah, she passed away, and like stuff like that. Like I'm
like
glad they showed that,
she thought
and
she was only gone for like a minute. Like, no, you
right,
was gone
Mm-hmm.
for years. Like,
in her mind, she was really not going nowhere. And
yeah,
yeah, they really doing
I
a
like that
lot.
they tied that in with Wanda too, because she was like, "What happened? Like, I was gone. Like, they were like, you were gone. Like, what you
You
mean?
were
Like,
gone, yeah. Like you weren't. Well, yeah, we didn't know what to do. Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting and exciting, and I think like it's nice because we got what Winter Soldier and
Falcon,
Falcon next. Then we got Loki right after that, and then we've got the Spider-Man movie. We've got
Miss Marvel joint coming.
Miss Marvel joint. We've got Guardians of the Galaxy still got their shit that they got to drop.
Mm-hmm.
The
Thor's got his
Eternals,
movie. Like you, so
Mm-hmm.
it's like
Black
they're setting
Widow.
us up. They're setting
Some
us up to get, and the shows are doing a good job of not only holding their own and creating good stories for us to follow within the stories. Because like C said yesterday, like this would have taken a 2 hour, 2.5 hour, 3 hour movie to put together to make it fit like it has with
But
the
when you think
show.
about it, we got what, maybe 5 hours of content
Yeah,
total just
They
from
wouldn't
the
have been
yeah,
able to do the
show.
sitcom thing at all.
You can't fit that
exactly.
in the
Yeah,
They wouldn't have
can't
been
fit
able to
that
do the
in.
sitcom
We would
thing.
have skipped the first 3 episodes if it was a
Yeah,
yep,
movie.
it
That
would have
wouldn't
went.
have happened.
It would have been. It would have started off. It might have started with a sitcom, but it would immediately blew that out the water by going outside of the
The
hex
little, yeah.
and then showing what was happening. But it was good. They was able to build it and give it life. And then they so like, okay, this was really going
Yeah.
on. So it's like, okay. Then they explained it on this past episode. They explained
everything.
why stuff
Why
was
Yeah.
happening
everything?
the way that
And
it was.
that's another thing I wanted to mention, because the origin that they're giving Wanda, I think is I read the comics, so it's kind of different because she Magneto daughter, but I like how they went the route of like explaining how she's Scarlet Witch and giving Scarlet Witch an actual a purpose, like a meaning. Like, it's not just she's Scarlet Witch, like that's her name. Her powers are red, so she's Scarlet Witch. Like, no, it's like a real meaning to this shit. And if y'all seen the last episode, you will understand. If you didn't, watch it so you can understand, because the next episode
You're gonna need to know. You're gonna need to know.
you're gonna need to
You're gonna need to know.
understand.
Yeah, and it's just it's yeah.
And then the
Shouts out to
fact that
Marvel.
she's doing all this stuff and didn't know
Yeah.
what she was doing or how she did it, like it just happened. And that goes into a lot of the like, I know it was I keep forgetting the name of this shit, and I say I'm gonna look it up, but it was an Illuminati story, which is a group in the Marvel universe where it was like the smartest motherfuckers in the universe. It was basically like Black Panther, which is he dead, but it was T'Challa, Professor X, Dr. Reed, Iron Man. Like, these, they're really the smartest people all over.
Yeah.
Like, so like if you had to create a group of them coming together to try to figure out how to stop Wanda, like, I was kind of interested to see how they were going to take the show in a route where Tony doesn't exist, Dr. Reed exists, but he ain't really in this universe yet.
Yeah.
Professor X not in the universe. Her brother, which was a key part of it, kind of got back introduced, and they tied in the X-Men universe, but it's like, he ain't really tied in yet, so it's like he's not gonna play a
Although
part.
we still have, which is another, like if you watched last week's episode, like we still got to see what his role is, because if it was he just there as a distraction, or is he there like as a part of the plot, because we don't even know what his real role is. So like, yeah, like
again,
it's a lot.
Can he even leave the hex? Is my thing now.
There you go. Yeah.
Because right now I'm like, we already know Vision can't just willingly leave. So
Yeah, but I don't think anybody can just willingly leave.
But see,
But
and that's
I
but
think
the
it's
thing about
that
Vision
her
not being able
powers
to
can
willingly.
alter reality. He
Yeah.
can, but only at her discretion.
But
Like
okay,
she has too much control over everything. That's the thing.
And this is how we like because you don't want to spoil it because you don't want to tell what happened. But even okay, going from
we all
what
gonna get together and we gonna talk about the WandaVision in the review when we review the series.
Yeah.
And we gonna go
just
into
because
detail and talk about
it's
it.
just because like because even
So
what happened in the last episode, it's different from how they set up the story in the beginning of the season
exactly.
of how you were supposed to think about how Wanda got to where she is.
Mhm.
So knowing now exactly how Wanda and all of this happened, like Vision can't leave because like we already he can't.
It's like
He just can't.
you
He can't.
know that he can't, but it's like now you know why he can't.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So it's certain shit that happens that like we can't talk too much about it without just going into straight detail. So it's like
Yeah. At this point,
let's talk about what everybody knows about, which is that she can alter reality and the stuff that's about to come up with MCU. Because we got Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness,
Mhm.
which is probably going to play a huge role
Yep.
in what's happening right now.
He's hoping
And
that
also,
he gonna pull up. He gonna pull
and
up.
also,
Well,
I also feel like it's gonna about to hit the whip.
He gonna do the you know how you make the circles come out, and people just gonna start appearing out of the holes and like
But no,
they came back in.
no, but like for real. So like we know that she has like this reality altering thing. Like we knew that from the beginning with the time moving. She magically got pregnant. No, Vision can't shoot shit into the club. So it's like we know all these details. So now that we got the title for the Spider-Man, which is Far From Home, I know that's going to play a part into Doctor Strange, like multiverse. Yeah, No Way Home, Far From Home. We was talking about Far From Home, but No Way Home, like that kind of plays into like you about to go into some dimensional shit that you probably shouldn't get away from.
Because isn't Thor's movie supposed to play into that too? The new Thor movie that's supposed to come out, or Age of Rock,
Guardians,
Guardians.
I think
it's have Thor in it.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to tie into more what's going on in the outskirts of the universe, where we have what's the stuff that's happening on Earth with Doctor Strange and Spider-Man and Wanda and like the people there. Like it's like they have a whole nother situation going on. So it's like this is why I think Doctor Strange is gonna be like probably like the driving force of this new phase, because at this point we lost damn near everybody that was probably educated on what's really happening outside of the people who experienced it, but he the only one that really understands the magnitude of what's going on. Yeah. So it's like you have all these multiverses that opened up. People came back that shouldn't be back. You have somebody that's altering reality, that's blending people from other universes, and that's why I think we won't really truly get a tie-in of where like the Fantastic Four or X-Men and all of them come in until Doctor Strange's movie, because I feel like he's going to open up more multiverses so that other people are like they're going to need help. That's flat. They're going to need all the help they can get.
All the help they can get.
Because the way stuff is being shown and talked about and given to us, like the info wise, Doctor Strange can't do this by himself, bro. It's like there's no way. Yeah. We got Ironheart coming, so we know we're gonna have kind of an Iron Man fill in, but nobody as smart as Tony. You're not gonna have the same. It's not gonna be the same dynamic. So like, outside of that, like you got Doctor Strange, and I could say Dr. Reed, but he ain't in the MCU yet, so we can't really talk about Fantastic.
We don't know what he's gonna look like. We don't know what that's gonna even look like.
So it's like, what are we really expecting, and what are the possibilities that can happen? Because right now, anything is on the table. Like,
that is one thing that's for sure. Anything is on the table right now, and I was telling Will that yesterday too. Like I was worried what direction they was gonna take it, but now that WandaVision is out, I'm like excited. Like
I'm kind of excited
to see more,
because they could have went the way like we talked about a little earlier, like how the ABC Marvel shows were. Like you had the Agent Carter, which was Peggy. Like it tied into the Captain America movies. You had Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which tied into the Avengers movie.
The movies.
You had, what was it, Inhumans, that tied into like the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but they ain't really never really mentioned too much of the Inhumans after the actual show. So it was like, But now we got this the Disney Plus shows that are bringing the Eternals. That's bringing Loki, like, because we all know Loki just fucks up the dimension regardless of what's going
Loki's fucking shit up all the time.
So it's like the god of mischief. That nigga about to do something.
I really want them to just start that joint from as soon as he take that Tesseract out of there and start it from right there.
Yes, right there. As soon as he takes that right there.
We don't know what happened after that. Like,
don't know.
Because that shit.
Did he get snapped away? We don't know.
Right.
The shit that is gonna happen. Yeah, that one's gonna be crazy because like I even forgot that's where that's the last person who saw him.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Something happened to Loki that's connected to WandaVision, but Loki can change everything that we just learned. Like, okay.
Which stone was the Tesseract? Which stone was inside the Tesseract?
Was that the wasn't
Soul Stone? No, it's not Soul. Soul was the purple one. Power Stone?
Well, Hawkeye had to jump off or Black Widow, whichever one jumped off the sheet.
Black Widow.
But yeah, that was the Soul Stone. It was like a life for a life. I think that was was that the Mind Stone was in Vision? Was it the Power Stone?
I think it was the Power Stone.
Yeah, I think it was the Power.
Because the red one's the Reality Stone.
Yeah, I think
the yellow one. The yellow one's the Mind Stone. The green one was the Time.
So yeah, it had to be the Power.
Yeah, that's Power Stone.
But shit, back then we didn't even know that was an Infinity Stone. Like,
yeah,
we kind of knew, but it wasn't confirmed.
I mean, you knew if you knew, but it wasn't like it was told that these are Infinity Stones. Like you heard about Infinity Stones when Guardian of the Galaxy dropped.
Yep. The first one.
That was the purple one.
The purple one.
He just magically had a stone that he didn't even know was a stone. He just trying to make money, like.
Because I remember when me and my wife went to see Guardians, and like at that time when Guardians the first one came out like 20.
That was like
2013
or 14.
14, yeah.
When
I want to say 14. I wasn't in college.
When we watched that and like they had the Infinity Stones in it, I remember like she was like, so all these movies like connected, and I was like, yes, bro. Like all of these, I remember I was so happy.
Bro.
Like, bro, they got a whole movie universe like from Captain America, Iron Man, all the way through this whole thing. That just was crazy, strong, man.
I remember watching Iron Man in high school. We had this amphitheater, and my teacher gave us a free day because she loved Marvel. So we was in the amphitheater, and she had the DVD to Iron Man. She was like, "We gonna watch Iron Man today." And this is before like all the other movies like really started like rolling. So we watched Iron Man, and we watched that end credit scene, bro. And it was like, "I want to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative." We was like, "Avengers?
Oh, what?
The hell they about to have going on?" And then I think the Incredible Hulk had came out.
Yep.
And then at the end of the Incredible Hulk, Tony Hawk had came to talk. I mean, not Tony Hawk. Tony Stark had came to talk
to Bruce Banner.
Talk to Bruce Banner. It was like, yeah, we need you for such and such. I'm like,
and on Captain America, they had Howard Stark. Howard Stark was on Captain America, and I remember,
I remember they talked about Howard when Tony was did that presentation and relived like his parents' death. And like the last time he talked to him, I think what was that, Iron Man 2 or 3?
2.
No, 2 was
one. The one where we was putting the.
That was the same one. Was it?
That was the same one, yeah, because that's when he took over the robots and had the droids trying to chase him at the expo thing because he was working with Hammer.
Oh yeah, you're right. Right. So Hammer like it was just crazy, like. From what we started is like was looking at and all these post credits, like we just thinking, they post credits, they just something good to watch after the movie. And then like the more movies you start watching, you like, oh wait, these post credits
these are important. These are important.
Yeah, people still go the post credits where Captain America comes sit down in the chair.
Oh yeah.
Like that was one of the most funniest things ever. Like you all waiting, cause by that was like halfway, maybe like 6 years into it. We all waiting. I forget which movie it was, but you all waiting. Like, oh man, we gotta see what happened at the end. Captain America walk in. Like,
I want to say that was that Iron Man 3?
was it?
Ben.
I gotta look that one up.
Iron Man 3 is when Mandarin came, right? And then
Yeah.
the little homie had unlocked Tony's little gauntlet. He was like, "Oh, you kind of smart. You know how to do this stuff." Like, and that's crazy. We seen him at the end of Endgame, like for Tony's funeral. Like he popped up older because remember
Spider-Man.
Remember? Okay, it was the first one then.
It was
yeah,
Homecoming.
Spider-Man Homecoming. Yeah.
He was like, so you thought
there was
you thought it was the end credit scene.
That shit was funny. Yeah, the end credit scene was hilarious.
Because it's funny because they memed it on because they did it for the for him in detention or whatever it was.
Yeah. That's just hilarious.
So that was the when Spider-Man Homecoming in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, they've been doing a good job. The one thing that I like with the WandaVision, like the dude, is Paul Bettany, right? That played Vision. Like he didn't really get to act that much in the movies, but now it's like he get to act.
That man played
Olsen too.
He played the fuck out of Vision, boy.
Bruh, like that last episode where they was watching TV, I was like, man, that joint got me a little bit.
I thought him and Wanda was really gonna bang, bro.
I was sad.
Yeah, like what? Like, and she was like, "What you mean?" Like,
he was trying to help her get through the grief, and I was like, "Man, this man is dead."
Yeah, dead.
Yeah, that's
this last episode. It need to be an hour long for real, man.
At least an hour.
Minutes, but it includes
like 45 minutes. It was like maybe 40 minutes max.
I need an hour.
Thing though. They really been doing
I
that.
I thoroughly enjoy it. I like I said, I like the Disney Plus shows. We only got one of them. That's the crazy part. But I like it better than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all that stuff. I ain't really.
Yeah, but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. wasn't that bad. I liked Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It just got a little off the rails.
After season 3, when Shorty unlocked her powers and the Inhumans started coming around, like
it got a little off the rails. It definitely got a little.
Then they ended up in some.
They ended up in like some crazy
world. It was
they were. Bro, I watched all of it. I watched every season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
You can't tie this into Avengers no more.
Like after the point, like that's what happened. That's really what happened. Like after a certain point, like they couldn't. They started making stuff up. They would just start making up a show like to try to keep it going. I'm like, this is good, but it was a little bit too much.
Because we went from the invasion, Coulson had died. We finally came back. And it was like, all right, bet we here. Like it's tying into the show. We got
Coulson TV show dies like 10 times in that show.
Bro, it just defeat the whole purpose of everything. I was
they kept bringing Coulson back, like what Brandon says about Goku. Like Brandon says about Goku on Dragon Ball Z. Like they kept doing Coulson and bringing him back. Like just let him die. Just
this
let
man
Coulson
got stabbed in the heart 32 times and he came back.
They kind of ruined. If they brought him back that many times, they kind of ruined the moment when he died in the movie.
Yeah, exactly. That made it meaningless.
When he died in the movie,
important.
And they tried to correct it by giving that its own like separate backstory of like why it affected him. That like, but
it was
even
tied
that was
into him getting revived by what was it? Didn't he get revived from the Tesseract or something?
Yeah. Like, even that was stupid. Like it was
even the
dumb.
Life Stone. You got revived by something that shit ain't bring you back, bro.
It was all dumb. Like they turned him into an android for the last like 2 seasons. He was a freaking android. They was plugging him up, plugging him off, turning him on and off and shit.
This fool was Ultron.
Yes, he was Vision. Like they did what they did to keep Vision. Yeah, but without the Mind Stone.
Like he was like an organic life form.
Yeah, it was bad. It was
crazy. I don't know if y'all saw, but
don't watch it. You good? You seen all the movies? You don't even need to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I don't know if y'all saw, but Age of Ultron was trending on Twitter. I think that was yesterday because a lot of people are saying like WandaVision basically gave Age of Ultron more weight because like when you think about like the Avengers movies, like Age of Ultron was cool, but before WandaVision, the only thing you can really think
That
of,
make no goddamn sense.
right? The
Let's
only thing
just
we
say
got
that
out
right.
of it before now, the only thing we got out of it was the existence of Vision and Wanda. That was the only thing that we really got out of that movie. But now it's like the whole thing with Vision, and they explain how Wanda got to the point where she was. I feel like that was good. Like the whole where they showed some of the experiments that they ran on her, and that that stuff that's been in the movies. They talked about
Let me.
them getting
I
experimented on before.
still hate that. I still hate that part of the Marvel stuff because they couldn't have the mutants, and I was like, man, she got experimented on. She only got her power because of this.
But they kind of said that she
But
was
then
always
remember
had
that she
power.
had the power.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
The experiment just enhanced her
Yeah.
because of the stone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't
Loophole?
know, man. I don't
Loophole.
know.
Yeah.
But all I know is Gifted is dope. It came on Fox. It was about Polaris and them, but Polaris is Magneto's other daughter. So it's like we got a lot of lore of Magneto's family, and no Magneto is tied into this. Like,
I feel like the X-Men coming into the MCU.
Magneto just out here shooting up clubs and making kids. He got some twins he didn't want to raise. He got a daughter that died. If you watched was it Days of Future Past or was it First Class? He had a daughter and a wife that
died.
That just got murdered, and he became. That's even crazier because it took away the whole original X-Men storyline of how he was in. I mean, they ain't really take it away because he was still in like the Holocaust and stuff. But it's like, y'all ain't talk about him having a whole another family, and this why he doing what he doing. Like, I just say he escaped. He went to America. They started giving him
all that out.
They started giving him a whole revenge plot. Like he had a whole.
X-Men just needs a whole reset. Like when like you said, see, like when they go into MCU, they gotta reset it completely. Just start over. Let them refigure out how to allow X-Men to properly fit into what MCU is already doing. Because like
I want X-Men to
that's
stay
the only
its
way.
own thing. I still want what we got from the Fox X-Men. I want that to remain its own thing, but I want them to bring X-Men over. You can bring some of the actors and actresses if you want, but I want it to be a new everything.
New MCU X-Men.
Like universe and own thing going on, but they gonna have to fix the mutant shit because mutants for some reason don't exist. They are just people with abilities. So they're gonna have to fix that. They're gonna have to rework the origin stories of a lot of stuff. Yeah. And then I personally only feel like the X-Men that they need to bring into the MCU to start it off. And just like Bach said, like I hope they are like we get some mention of it in Falcon and Winter Soldier. But like I said, I don't really feel like it is until we get a Doctor Strange because of these multiverses. And that's just
that's why we need Doctor Strange to pull up in WandaVision real quick. Open the door, unlock the door real quick.
The only way that's gonna work is because of Doctor Strange, because you got all these universes that's been separate, and like you can't just be like, boom, we got X-Men here magically somehow. They never exist.
They gotta eventually explain how Agatha even got Quicksilver into that version of Quicksilver into this universe. So like, in order to make that happen, there's got to be some explanations for us, because once you tell us how that happens, then it opens the door. Yeah, then it opens the door to then us knowing, well, shit, if he got here through this door, then obviously there's going to be a flow of other characters from this same universe who can flow now into this door too. So
that ties into the title of Doctor Strange, is the Multiverse of Madness. Like,
but we need it now.
It's a billion doors.
So what do y'all think about like with Agatha and how they like confirmed like the Salem, all that, like it's witches, people with magic in this whole universe. So how do y'all think that would? Do y'all think it's anything deeper? The fact that she's not really a mutant, but it's like they got there's other people with powers in the universe that's magic based.
The thing that I can do. thing that made me kind of like realize it or like kind of related to what's going on with MCU is we have a whole evil syndicate of magic users that Doctor Strange had to fight. So it's like we know magic existed before. I mean, everybody know who he was and everything, so it wasn't like it was unknown. But when he got introduced, they were like, "Okay, wait, magic? Like, that's a thing? Like, all right, we got all these experiments, people that made stuff. We got super soldier serums. We got gods now. Like, so magic ain't too far out of the realm. So the fact that they bringing in a whole different lore of the magic, it's like, where did this magic come from? Because we have a whole, like I said, we got a whole organization that is the anti of what Doctor Strange's like crew is about. So it's like, how is that tying into his form of magic? Because remember, she said it was like, not to spoil it, but that was like it was dark magic, because they mentioned that a lot, and they mentioned that a lot in Doctor Strange. Like, it's dark magic in this, like other, it's more, it's multiple forms of magic, not just dark and light. Like, it's like magic is vast. So it's like, how is that going to get explained in these? What is this, one episode left, ain't it?
One episode left. Sad to see it go, man. I'm so sad.
So we either got to get an extended episode that give us some detail about what the hell is going on, or we getting a special somewhere in between here to explain something, because we can't go into Doctor Strange not knowing what the fuck is going on. Because
we could go into Doctor Strange.
So actually, they saying right now that WandaVision is the setup, is the prequel for. Then now they saying Captain Marvel 2 and Doctor Strange.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying it's
like I said, maybe when is Captain Marvel 2 supposed to come out? When is it? Next year?
It was supposed to come out after Black Widow, wasn't it?
So that one might have some stuff in it. It's tough. It's real tough. But man,
that's the thing. They introduced us to some stuff that we can't really assume or guess about, because it's like,
it's hard, because people been making theories this whole season of WandaVision. People been making theories every day. They've been wrong.
But because you can make the theories. We can make the theories from every episode to the new episode. But at the end of the day, Wanda changing reality, bringing people back. Doctor Strange got a multitude of universes that he is in control of. We got Spider-Man that's apparently the Spideyverse. So it's like we gotta have multiple Spider-Man. So it's like you can't even theorize this. It's like that's like trying to theorize the space-time continuum. Like, we knew that they was gonna time travel, but it was like, what is this time travel gonna do? How are they gonna time travel? With Ant-Man gone, we wouldn't have thought about no goddamn rat running across the dashboard, pushing a button and unlocking him from his trap. Like, only person that knew that was Doctor Strange. He didn't even tell us. He was just like, well, this is the only way we can win. So we gotta let him win right now. What?
You know,
I mean, you open up the next
episode. Say Doctor Strange gave up the stone, and whatever he thought was gonna happen didn't happen.
Didn't happen. Then they ass out.
Now this nigga just got stones. People snapped away. People dead. Ain't nobody left in the universe. It's just Thanos and life.
Thanos sitting in his little cave.
No, he's sitting on his
little hut.
He's sitting in his little hut on his little farm.
Cottage.
The cottage.
Living life.
Living his life.
The only thing that they could have did after that, if they would have went bad, is bringing Deadpool in so that him and Deadpool can fight each other over Lady Death. Like, that's the whole thing with Deadpool Liam, because he did.
What if
Thanos didn't want him to beat Death?
What if they did something crazy?
Thanos was in love with Death. Death loved Deadpool. Thanos got mad, made Deadpool not be able to die, and now he can't beat Death. And now Thanos just stuck with a bitch that don't like him. Like,
But what if
Damn.
what if they brought Deadpool in on WandaVision? How crazy
Man,
would that be?
I mean, they could bring Deadpool to any universe. It's just gonna be great. Let's just say that he's the only
Yeah.
person that talks to us.
Yeah.
Bach said he hoped he
Fourth
don't
wall
end on a
break.
cliffhanger till Doctor Strange.
Nah, it's definitely gonna end on a cliffhanger.
It's
I
most
feel like that's what
definitely
they're setting
Marvel is
for.
cliffhanger city.
And the
Like,
way every other episode has been, I'm gonna be surprised if
true,
it ain't a cliffhanger at this
true. I'm
point.
gonna be surprised if it don't just end with one word and we don't get no other context. It's just gonna be like, we're here. So, like, what?
What?
We here?
Who's here? Who's
Like,
here?
what voice was that? Like, so it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know, man. You can't theorize it. I'm not even gonna try to make my brain hurt to try to
Right.
think of what's gonna happen.
We gotta see some more.
All I can do is think about the content that they're getting it from and know that they about to remix it some way because they remixed this Wanda stuff. We didn't even mention Illuminati. They talking about Sword. I don't even know what the hell Sword is. Like,
They made Sword is made up. Yeah, I mean,
Sword's
it's
made up,
created for the MCU.
like so it's like they replaced Illuminati with Sword. You can't have Illuminati without T'Challa and Tony. So it's like, no, we need another organization. Now you got Sword, you got Shield. Like it's like, all right, so this whole time we had another organization that's like Shield, but not like Shield. Like,
Basically.
how the hell Sword get Vision's body parts when Shield was over everything? And then the fact that Shield came back, like Shield should still be a thing, right? So it's like, how do they have more power than the people who have more power to get superheroes to be powerful? Like, I don't know. I ain't getting no Sword details around here. My shoulder killing me, bro. But I ain't getting no Sword details. Like y'all just popping up some people that got more power than everybody apparently. Like,
so what was the plan? We was gonna do
no more mutants. A lot of people ain't see no more mutants, bro. But I think we will. But not no time soon. Thinking like if we get a moment like no more mutants, it's gonna be whenever the X-Men is revealed, or if they're revealed. And if anything, the only X-Men that we really need to get revealed first is Wolverine, because he's the only one I can really think of that. I mean, it was a few, like I think Gambit did, Storm, but Wolverine I think is the only one I can think of that was with the Avengers a lot. So it's like, I think he was the only one that was really damn near an Avenger. So it's like, it's a lot that can go on.
what was the plan? I know we was gonna do after
No more
finale.
mutants, but
We gonna do a talk. We was talking about
New
doing that next
Mutants
weekend.
was fire too. Did y'all see New Mutants?
Didn't get to see that one yet.
I haven't seen the mutants.
Man, New Mutants was fire. But a No More Mutants moment, I don't think we're gonna get a No More Mutants moment. Like, because mutants got to come in now. You can't just hire mutants now. Like, it's too much going on in the MCU for mutants not to exist. We got the Incredible freaking Hulk. I'm trying to stop cussing so much. We got Magic. We got fucking super geniuses. We got damn near Fantastic Four mutants, so they got to be shown. We even got mentions of, like, they didn't say them by name, but I know they were talking about Reed. So it's like it's a lot. I don't know. It's a lot. My head hurt.
when we linking up to do the post finale talk? Because I know that was gonna be separate outside the talk show. This will probably be the last talk show we spend
Saturday,
this much time
right?
talking about it.
The last episode Friday.
Yeah, so it's like a Saturday.
No, Saturday my dad's wedding, so we couldn't do it that day.
Yeah.
Let's do it Monday. Set it in stone. Not Monday coming up, but the Monday after the airing. Mm-hmm. Or we can do it Sunday after the show or before the show, either or. But those 2 days. I'm not
recording the pod next Sunday, so I can do it next Sunday.
Okay. I mean, outside of this, Sunday free for me. So we could do a post series talk Sunday if y'all now.
It's coming.
All right. Here we go. We doing it. Sunday. I don't know if it's gonna be before or after. It's gonna be
We
done.
definitely gotta chop it up on that one. And we'll talk about that some more. Try to get people to pull up. I might.
I think
one of y'all might have to do it. You might have to host it up because I know I'll probably be. I think I'll be in Fayetteville next weekend. Yeah, I'll be in Fayetteville next weekend. I mean, I can always pull it up on my phone, no problem. But I'll keep y'all.
Even if we just record it and have it posted and not do it live, but either or, yeah, I can do it. Cause I'll be here. I ain't got shit to do. I still got my sling for another 5 days. So.
But yeah, man. Outside of that, we talked about the Pokemon, which was huge. The the Marvel stuff has been blowing up like crazy, and today the last day.
Blue Beetle about to get start production.
So yeah, Blue Beetle. They said the Blue Beetle movie's got a director, so hopefully that means they can actually start production on the movie. And that'll be another round for the DC universe, man. See if they can do some good stuff.
Have as a movie.
I don't get my hopes up about DC anything.
Unless it's an animated movie, I'm kind of like.
I mean, when they cast Ezra Miller as the Flash, they pretty much lost me. So.
I forgot to mention, they said they rebooting Superman. Superman's getting a remake. What's the deal? What was that? Did y'all see that news? It's like they doing a new Superman.
Man of Steel too.
I'm not sure. The DC news is like all over the place. To be honest with
you, there's a Superman reboot in the works right now.
So it's a Superman reboot.
Yeah,
is it a whole Justice League reboot?
Let's see.
Change Justice
Superman
League.
reboot in the works at Warner Brothers with Ta-Nehisi Coates writing and J.J. Abrams.
Is that Justice League wasn't even supposed to be the Justice League we got? So now we getting the Justice League we were supposed to get. So it's like I don't even know which one to even take under consideration to be the Justice League that we should get.
I don't know.
This is worse than Continuum.
They're doing a whole redo on the Justice League right now, and it's like.
And then they ruined Wonder Woman because that was like the best movie they had.
That second one left a lot of people disappointed, and
booty. It wasn't disappointment. It was booty cheeks. I wasn't even. I wasn't even disappointed because I didn't even have hopes for it. I was like,
oh, they're trying to say this new reboot might have a black Superman
That's
too.
what they're talking about. I know a lot of people was talking about Michael B. Jordan, but
Black Superman
is busy.
First of all, Michael B. Jordan is under Marvel. He ain't well to fuck with nobody. He ain't coming back.
He's tripping
a lot right now. Michael B. Jordan is working on a
lot. He got his own little show or movies.
He's supposed to be helping produce the Static Shock. He got like a Tom Clancy thing coming.
That's the only DC I see him being a part of, the Static Shock.
He got a Tom Clancy movie. It's either a movie or a show that he working on.
He's supposed to be having a Splinter Cell come out.
So man,
so he probably working on Splinter Cell. He working with Tom Clancy because that's the only. Tom Clancy. What other Tom Clancy stuff is? Ghost Recon, Rainbow Six.
I'm actually watching the Jack Ryan finally.
Metal Gear is not.
Metal Gear not Tom Clancy. That's Kojima.
Yep, Kojima. Kojima is like the Japanese Tom Clancy.
Bro, he is. But he inspired by all the spy movies and stuff, so that's why we got what we got.
Man,
but I know they said it was supposed to be a Splinter Cell. I don't know if it's a series or a movie, but I know they did say Splinter Cell was having something, but it was supposed to be like 2022. But I don't know how that's gonna play because they announced that in 2019. So COVID happened. So.
Yeah, facts.
Ain't heard nothing else since. But yeah. This is gonna be interesting. We got some time.
Yeah, we definitely got time. But yeah, that was the gist of everything we really had on the docket. And like I said, we talked about doing a more like serious talk today, but just wanted to keep it chill since B Nice wasn't gonna be here. And with it being the last day of Black History Month, really just wanted to, just kind of enjoy the day, relax, and
Yeah.
just kick it with the peeps. I've been trying to, just grind out the last little bit of posts on the IG for the month, just to keep it, keep it on theme. But yeah, I feel like it's been good. Like we always say, Black History is 365, but definitely want to have dedicated time to pause and
OD
reflect.
in February.
And I feel like February is a time, it's like it's outside of the holidays and outside of the summer and the fall when all this other stuff is going on, for us to kind of just pause and reflect. And I know we talked about it. We've been talking about it in Be Nice stream pretty much all month, and we talked about our Black history icons. But that's definitely something, as long as we're doing this here at 3LittleBlerds, February roll around, just gotta make sure we put out some info. And it's I tried to drop a lot of people that weren't too well known. And next year, I'll repost a couple next year, but I'll probably try to like grab a whole new set of folks for us to highlight. But we got Women's History Month coming up in March, so I know we want to definitely do some highlighting, the strong women in the community. So we got a lot. I wish Be Nice was here, so he would definitely talk about it a little bit more. I know one thing that we probably should get back to doing is our, we do our cosplay and our content creator spotlights, and it's a ton of women that's out here killing it, doing their thing, and being role models in the community. So we definitely want to highlight all of them the best way we can. I'll probably I'll talk to Be Nice about it on the sidebar and see how he feel. What his availability is. He's working and stuff. But more or less, the kind of like the spotlights that I've been doing for the Black history, I probably do that, but for like women in the community, like whether it's cosplay, streaming, art, whatever, videos. We'll find some people to highlight this month right here coming up. And yeah, if y'all got suggestions, some women that you see, we want to get some more guests on the talk show too. A lot of our guests got kind of pushed out of February because it's just been it's been tough scheduling. Everybody's been busy. But yeah, how y'all feel? Black History Month 2021. I know there's been a lot of conversation about following last year, what happened, and all these companies trying to step up they voices in the community. How y'all feel that it's been as far as like just Black History Month overall from your perspective?
From my perspective, I feel like Black History Month this year has probably been the most highlighted I've seen since like being in like elementary school, or like when they were trying to get us to learn about Black history and stuff like that. Like you ever you get your Black history every year. You got it literally every year, so it's like you always get the information and stuff. But I feel like a lot more emphasis and things that we talked about and things that were going on have been highlighted a lot more just in this year alone, just because of the turbulence and things that was going on in the past year. And I really think that's why. Like, I don't think it was like anything because of like they wanted to, like, out of the kindness of their heart. It was like because of the situation without the things that's going on. But all in all, it's just the fact that people can still highlight those moments and highlight the history that has been and that has been celebrated in previous years. And even now, like, people still learning about new people that don't get highlighted. Like, I've seen a lot of posts and a lot of like things talked about people that we don't traditionally talk about, like outside of Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks and Malcolm X, like and Frederick Douglass, like your typical your school information. I've seen a lot more people highlighted this year. So it's like I do appreciate that, and I take that under consideration. It might not have been out the kindness of some people's hearts, or just how they were felt to like led to like act a certain way or do things a certain way. But the ones that you do see and the ones that you know when it's like a genuine some genuine content that's being shared or genuine like outlook on the life of these people in history, like prevalent people of history, because it's a lot of stuff that you wouldn't know without social media or like or learning it in school and stuff like that. So the fact that we are in the era where we can use social media, and I think in the last year, social media has been the most used because you can't do a lot of stuff. So it's like people have no choice but to turn to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, like just last year alone, like TikTok became one of the biggest social media platforms because people couldn't leave the house.
Facts.
Like,
Yeah.
like
Crazy.
so it's like the fact that we have more outlets to share the news and more ways to like share the history and give this information to people. I think that that's what kind of made it a bigger year than normal because more people are using social media and more people are looking into things that they don't know about. I think in the last 5 years, maybe, knowledge has been one of the things that a lot of our people have kind of been getting more in tune with. Because like growing up, like we all like from like the same era of like growing up and learning. So it's like they always told us like knowledge is power. Like if you got knowledge, they can't take it away from you. And I think in this last 5 years, and I'm only saying the last 5 years because it's like slowly been adding on. We have seen people trying to learn and take under consideration like learning new things and taking that knowledge and applying it to everyday life or learning from these previous situations and learning from past exploits to try to be better or learn or apply it to their life to do something that is more productive. And you know, you always got like the bad apples and the crabs that's trying to pull you down, but I think like the positive is most definitely outweighing the negative, even though they try their hardest to show you nothing but the negative. When you really like the positive is always outweighing it. It's just you don't get it highlighted as much. And like I said, in the last 5 years, I've seen more positive things coming out. Like, you know, you typically see all the negative, like that's nothing new. But I've seen like 10 times more positive things than we would have seen maybe in 2014 or 13. Like, so it's like you could tell like the era is changing. And even if it's by just a smidget, I mean, we only changed a smidget from what the 80s and 70s was. So it wasn't like it was too much of a big difference. So I just think like this era is that transitional period where it started to change just a little bit more. So like now it's up to like us taking it these next decades that we gonna have and the people that we're raising up, like not even just the kids, like when we have kids and they have kids, like it's gonna be up to that era, like the era of our children or the children, like some of y'all have children, like the era of your children to like start kind of carrying the weight or carrying like the information on to try to improve for the next time. Because I mean, at this point, all we can do is move step by step. We always gonna get pushed back, and we always gonna move forward. So the best we can do is take it day by day, step by step, and just try to do what we can to make it better for like us. Because that's all it is at this point. Like you're just trying to be able to live comfortably, live as carefree as possible, and take care of what's yours. And at the end of the day, our culture is our culture, and that's like ours. Like you can't take that from us. And no matter how much they try, it's up to us to keep it alive and do what we can to make it better or put more highlight into it. And that's just my little insight on this, just the time period of coming up to like this Black History Month. Because like I said, this is probably the first Black History Month where I've seen a lot of information about people I didn't even know about. Like I'm like, oh damn, who the hell is this? Like Google. So yeah, like I thoroughly enjoyed it this year. I mean, we couldn't do too much. It wasn't like events and stuff like previous times, but the fact that social media has become so prevalent in our day-to-day lives, we have been exposed to more information and things going on. So that I think it was good. I ain't gonna say great because it could always be better, but it was smooth 7.5.
That's what's up.
Give it room to grow. Give it room to grow.
That's what's up,
But
bro.
I think it did set a bar for the future of everything we do. Like it shouldn't go back. Like at this point, from everything that's going on and the riots and all the race, this is a race war damn near for real. Like we being honest, like nothing should go back to where it was before that period of time. Like we moved too far ahead of that to go back to before that time. Just like with COVID, like nothing's about to be the same after this. Like these masks and shit, like the new like vaccine, like none of that shit about to be what it was in 2019 or 2018. Like
Nah.
so our mindset for our community and our people and our history should not go back to 2019 and 2018. Like we need to move forward, we need to be better, and like we know we can be better. And that's the thing I think a lot of people realize, even if you were just sitting in the house or just what was going on, like a lot of people realize that they have more potential than they actually tried to push forward. And I like that about our people. Like a lot of people, niggas gonna be niggas, and I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna just keep it real. Like niggas gonna be niggas, bro. And that's just that. Like, but we have a good percentage of people in our culture that can take that negative and turn it around and be better than what they were a year ago. And I think the group of people that we know and we associate ourselves with, and the circle that you might associate yourself with, that everybody had their friends. It's all about your association and the fact that we can grow and support and like just care for each other the way that we do. Like our circle alone, that's a big improvement because just from our circle, the people that you know and the people I know, the people we'll know, we can pass that on to our group of people, and they can pass that on to the people that they know. So it's just like, shut up, bro. But you know what I mean. Like it's all about keeping that aura around you. Like you don't want negative energy. I speak that a lot because I've been around people who just they're negative all the time, and it just start bringing me down. So it's like I learned to keep negative energy out of my life. I learned to just like let that shit go because it can be bad. Like stress kill. Why bring extra stress to my life that's already fucking stressful? Like, like that's the same thing. Like when we was talking about relationships, you don't want to bring your problems to somebody else to try that. How you gonna help somebody grow and you can't grow yourself? So it's like
absolutely.
And that's why you need the type of people around us that we got. Like I probably became a better man just from hanging with y'all. And the only person I met was C. like in person, like outside of that, but like I learned more about myself and more about the experiences that I've been through. And I know like at the end of the day, like the same goes for y'all. Like at the end of the day, I can call any one of y'all and chop it up like on some real shit. Like I would probably go over to my pop's crib and chop it up with him. Like he probably the realest person I know. And he'd keep it funky with me. He ain't gonna sugarcoat it. He ain't gonna be like, oh no, man, And that's real. Y'all can call me the same way. Like I ain't gonna shit, and y'all already know I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like I'll tell you just how it is, and if you don't like it, 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna like the good news, or you're not gonna like people criticizing you. Nobody like that shit. But the fact that if you have people like will keep it funky with me every day, I talk to them. Yeah, so like, and I can appreciate that. Like it's like, I think that we're getting out of that era of being soft because it was a point in time, like a good chunk of years, people started getting soft, bro. Like us growing up, like we wasn't crying, and we cried and like complained and shit, but if you got made fun of, bro, you just learn how to make fun of people back. Like don't cry about the shit.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, man.
It's the whole show.
That's a good thing. That's
that on that. I'll stop talking.
Outlaw stay dropping them gems, bro, I tell you. But that one
You
thing
just gotta
you said,
give them a question, let them flow.
that one thing you said in it, you was like, what do you say? Some people can't like you be expecting some people to help you, but some people can't even help themselves. Like
Oh yeah, like
Like how you can help
how you
somebody so
gonna
their
actually
project
help?
can't even.
Yeah, how
Yeah.
you gonna
that's a big
actually help when
thing.
you can't help yourself? And
I
that's what a
saw
lot of us, I think a lot of people realized in this last year, just being stuck in the house. Like you ain't got nobody to depend on, so like you gotta learn how to help yourself. Or like I think this time brought the hustle out of a lot of people, and you learned a lot of people ain't got that hustle in them. So it's like, what you gonna do now? Like you just about to everything can't get handed to you. Only so much is gonna get handed to you. After that, it's in the ball in your court. Like,
So let's take it over to my flash guy. Same question. This month, how do you feel? Just in general from your perspective. I saw a lot of discussion on Twitter earlier today. That's why I posed that question. But just from your perspective, how you feel about all the celebrations or whatever.
Yeah. Agree with Outlaw, just kind of in the sense that we forcing us to have to use it to do this through social media, like not being able to do it in person, changes kind of the intention that we have behind Black History Month. See what I'm saying? So like now we go into it trying to uh, approach it from a knowledge standpoint, where it's not so much about, well, how can we get together and celebrate and party and all this stuff, but now it's like, how can we actually, like, we're going to use what we have to teach each other actual Black history. Like, well, let's talk about some of these pioneers we can't talk about. Let's post these videos of these Black content creators that we don't normally get. Let's show our passions in different ways. Because we can't get together and just do these like superficial celebrations in a sense. Like now we got to do something that's actually meant, like, meaningful and intentional. So like I think that's been my favorite part about the whole month, is that we've got a chance to, like you said, connect with each other in a more intentional and true, honest way. Like instead of it just being, well, it's Black History Month, let's throw this little like Black celebration party on a Saturday night, get drunk, and like that's it. Like, nah, we've been intentional about, all right, well, shit, all we can do is play video games together. So let's spend hours fucking playing video games together. All right, let's talk about, what real shit we're going through. Like, I've had more heart-to-heart conversations this month with people than, like, with my people than I have in any other month, but like in any other Black History Month period, because now I feel like we were forced to just sit and talk to each other. Like, we're not sit and talk to each other, but all we can do is get into a chat or get on a stream or get in a Discord and conversate. We can't go physically be somewhere or physically do something. So yeah, I think it's been helpful because a lot of iron's been sharpening iron. A lot of communities have been able to build and grow and kind of talk through plans. I think even in a sense, we've kind of been put in a position where the government's been exposed for a lot of the shit that they've done to hold us back in the last year. So now, kind of going off that energy of trying to push this wave of progression after all the shit we went through last summer, like we're a very energetic base as it is. So coming into this month where Georgia went Democrat for the first time, you got a Black governor coming out of Georgia in the Senate for the first time, like you got a Black female vice president, like all these things, like and even in the sad news, like Kobe's 1 year death anniversary came up. Like, so like all these things that already have us in a position of being prideful and emotional about our people and our community, we had no choice but to just talk about it, which Black people don't do in the first place. So yeah, I think it was good just because it forced us to communicate, to talk, to sit down, to really dive into who we are, what we're about, what our communities are supposed to be doing and are currently doing, without it being so much about just, okay, well, I went out and did this little volunteer thing that I was supposed to do, or okay, I went to this little shindig I was supposed to pop up at. Like, nah, people were much more intentional about, well, I want to do stuff with people and do this in a way that it's meaningful for me, not just something I just got to pop up at, because we're not getting enough of that connection as it is during the quarantine. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. My podcast today was talking all about, that kind of stuff, like just, racial abuse and discrimination in soccer, and just that's a good way to kind of finish off the month. So
Would you be able to
yeah,
drop that in the chat real quick? I'm gonna get you a
yeah.
command set up for that. I've been meaning to do that, but yeah, drop the link for Red and the Blue. We did mention that before you popped in, and I was telling them, like, yeah, the show with you
I
and
was
Be
muted.
Nice on there, it was good. Like like you said, just that way that y'all, kind of, go talk about soccer, and it's like you don't gotta be a soccer expert. Like I feel like me and you done talked about soccer, on a handful of times, and it's not like, I don't know a ton about it, but I played FIFA a couple times. I know a couple teams, so that's soccer knowledge.
Yeah.
But yeah, like definitely drop that link, and yeah, y'all definitely check out Will, and yeah, I'm glad you said that. Like you, went in depth with, just being intentional about the link ups, the online link ups, because
Man,
we can't link up in person. We can't go to the cookout. We can't go. I mean, people going to the club still, but I ain't
because
going.
if anybody know, no, I'm
That's
never
right.
home, bro. Like when I was like 9 times 10, if I was on the Xbox, I was in some hotel, I was at somebody's house, like. Nah, I ain't in Ohio today, bro. I don't know what's about to happen, but we ain't home.
But yeah, I do gotta try to get ready for some dinner here in a bit, so we can kind of go into the closing remarks, if y'all want to, just drop the folks a tidbit for the week. And I believe, yeah, we on deck for next Sunday, so hopefully everybody is back. But yeah, y'all got anything y'all want to leave the people with?
I mean, cut the negative energy out your life. Continue to stay positive and be better than you was before. That's really pretty much it. Once you cut the negative energy out, ain't nothing gonna stop you. Your mindset gonna change. Your attitude about stuff gonna change. The people around you will change, and they really expose the things that aren't for you. And that's all I ask everybody to do. Just get that negative energy gone, and you good. You Gucci in my book, because when you
Facts.
positive, you good. Like you good. The people around you gonna be positive. They gonna stop being so negative. When you droopy, they gonna be droopy. Like I've seen it, especially in like my field of work, like in therapy and stuff. Like people be coming in all depressed and shit. I be like, what the fuck, man? I don't even want to talk, bro. Like
That's why they come to you, because they're
Contagious.
depressed. That's what you need.
I
You
mean,
got a job because of it.
exactly. I've just learned how to, channel that stuff, but I'm only human, bro.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
can only if 3 people coming into the room depressed, I'm about to be like, what the fuck, bro? Like they got a dark ass cloud in here. Like it's raining. Like
Yeah.
but if you get every once in a while, that's why I be trying to keep a positive attitude, because I know if I'm positive, like that negative energy is only gonna last so long, because that's just natural. So I try to stay as positive as I can every time. I'm not about to sit there and be like, oh man, shut the fuck up, you're depressing, bro. Like no, I'll be like, oh no, like I'm gonna be hype, I'm gonna be vibrant, I'm gonna smile, I'm gonna talk to you upbeat. I'm not gonna be all lounged and chill, and I'm gonna try to get the positive energy out of you. But yeah, that's all I say. Take out that negative energy. That's my challenge for everybody this week.
That's a quick tidbit.
It was like a sermon, but
Like I feel like you got a minimum of 2.5 minutes. Like everything you say has to be at a minimum 2.5 minutes, and then from there it's just kind of like whatever you're feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like if it goes farther, it goes farther.
If
not,
y'all only knew how many 3 a.m. convos me and Kenny had before we even thought about starting this podcast, but
I believe it.
you gotta
I
love it,
believe
man.
it.
You gotta love it, man.
Yeah.
We need that energy, but
I just be, if I'm passionate about it, I'm gonna just talk.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
good, man.
That's
That's
how it
good.
should be. That's how it should be.
You got something to leave the people with, though, Will?
Man, it's March. It's fucking March. So we did it. We made it 2 months out of 2021. Like
Man,
I think that's the biggest thing. Like I've been telling myself a lot lately. Like I think we take for granted just the simple fact that we're fucking here. So take advantage of it, whether it's trying to make yourself better by one little percentage today, whether it's showing somebody some love that you wouldn't normally show love to, even a stranger who, just because like Kenny said, like just to cut that negative energy out. But yeah, I mean, I just feel like at the end of the day, I think people just got to take advantage of the fact that we have this opportunity to even be here, to kind of love each other, to get better, to experience life in whatever ways we kind of want. So I mean, I think we got to kind of keep that mindset of being grateful and intentional about how we use our time and how we are with people around us. And Black History Month is all year round. So, Black people still matter today, tomorrow, next year, the day after. And, at the end of it, we make shit rock. So,
Yeah. If
appreciate
you
a
don't
Black
like it,
person.
suck it.
Yeah, I'm saying appreciate a Black person in your life today for sure. But that's it. That's it for me. Yeah.
I guarantee everybody got one Black friend that's just great. In every
Facts.
race.
Facts.
Got one Black friend that's great, and I guarantee it.
Got to. But yeah, man, I can't say enough. I appreciate y'all for, just everything, man. It's been a good ride since we started this thing up in August. We really almost coming up on a whole year for 3LittleBlerds. So that'll be something that we'll be gearing up for in the springtime. We definitely gonna have to do a blowout celebration for that. But yeah, it's been a great Black History Month overall. Thanks the shows that we've had this month have been crazy good. And I'm sad Be Nice couldn't be here, but like both of y'all said, and what Be Nice been saying in his streams all week, that 1% better each day. Like if you keep that mindset, like you can go into the day and it don't matter what type of blender you get put through. When you come out on the end, you be like, yeah, I went through it, but I learned
be the
something.
best smoothie ever.
Right? You be the best smoothie ever. Like that's the mentality, man. Like, hey, we need to go ahead and get a quote command going. But yeah, definitely, like, everybody in the chat, if y'all know Be Nice, definitely show that man some love in the Discord. He been putting in a lot of work to get our Discord to a place where it's just like good convo going almost 24/7. Definitely,
good energy.
Yeah, good energy. Send that man a DM. Send him some positivity. I know he wish he could have been here tonight, but work and responsibility. It comes.
And he respond too.
He will respond. So yeah, we definitely tell him he gonna take the love. He gonna take this love. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Like I said, appreciate everybody, and yeah, we're gonna continue to be here. I have been looking up somebody that we can go ahead and raid